Good afternoon, everyone. Today, on Saturnday, I'm going to look at Virtua Fighter 2, which is a fighting game made by Sega for the Saturn. It was actually a pack-in title with the system, and it's actually the highest-selling Sega Saturn game. Fighting games have never exactly been my forte, but I still do appreciate the good ones. Virtua Fighter 2 is definitely one of those good ones, and about 2 years ago, I made a review of the first Virtua Fighter game for the Sega 32X.
The games, the gameplay, the control in general.
But that's not a very good review, and I recommend you don't go watch it. During the mid-1990s, fighting games seemed to dominate game sales, and during this time, the most successful titles tended to use unrealistic fighting styles. However, Virtua Fighter 2 was based on more realistic fighting, with none of the magic projectiles or stretchy arms or multiple ribcage deaths that were in the other games of the time. It's all based upon realistic fighting moves, and that's what I actually prefer from a fighting game. The control is basically perfect. It fits perfectly between simplistic and complicated, and simply, it works. All of the characters have the same basic punches and kicks, but they can also perform their own special moves like body slams, which are done with a series of button presses. Now there are no finishing moves, just knockouts and ring-outs, and after wins, characters do short celebration. And I think that's a nice touch. If I had to describe Virtua Fighter 2 in just one short phrase, it would be less is more. Because it doesn't have a ton of different modes, it doesn't have great graphics, and it doesn't have an expansive story like Mortal Kombat did, but it has excellent gameplay, and that's all really that it needs. So really, this is one of the best Sega Saturn games, and there's no wonder why it's the highest selling one, because it's really a great game. It's a good port of an arcade original, and Sega did a great job with it, so realistically, if you're going to buy a Saturn, this should probably be one of the first games you buy.